Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
What up, PredHeads?
What is up, you guys?
How's everyone doing?
How's everyone doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing good? Are you ready for the wedding? Not ours. Just want to preface that. Not our wedding. We're going to my brother's wedding. So yeah, pretty excited for that.
Pretty dope.
Honestly, I think after this pandemic, I have not seen so many of my family members in just like so many of us in so long that I am just super, super, super excited to see so many faces that I haven't been able to see in like 2 years.
Yeah.
So
COVID has really sucked with like family.
I mean, yeah, it sucked in more ways than one, but yeah, it's definitely been really shitty, and I'm happy that finally people are able to get together again. So yeah, it's going to be super dope. The only thing that I am sad about is I get to see my family, but we're not going to be here to bring you guys the news. So
yeah, we're going to have a little break.
Yeah, we're going to have a couple days break, but we're going to try to deliver today. Before we jump into today's topics, I did just want, we got really positive feedback from yesterday's video, so thank you so much to everyone who showed love and support.
Yeah, really quick, I'm just gonna say, like, we're at 336 views on our last video, which, I mean, it's small, but it's a lot to us, and we appreciate each and every one of you for watching and listening.
Yeah, no, we appreciate everyone, and we have just gotten so much good feedback. So I really just want to thank everybody. Something that I did want to say is, you know, I am so open to feedback, so I appreciate everyone that gives it to me, the good and the bad. We did get, you know, one person's feedback yesterday saying, why would you give Rami and Shane a platform to speak or whatever? And here's the thing, guys, we come and we are as unbiased, you know, we try to be as unbiased as possible. So we can't exclude anyone. And if we have a question, we're going to ask, you know,
we have to ask. That's kind of part of the thing. I'm just pushing out really quick to all the Discords, letting everybody know that I'm live.
Let everyone know. So how is everyone in the chat?
How's the chat doing tonight?
Chat is popping up. What's up, everybody? We got T-Coy in here. You guys, I don't have my glasses on, and we're using our big screen, so I honestly cannot see everyone. But I see you guys, and I really, really appreciate it.
So let's go ahead and get right into it then. Let's turn this music down here.
Shout out to
we got a good show. We prepped really well.
Yeah, we're
getting
definitely
everything that we can.
Since we're gonna be gone for a few days, we don't want you guys to forget about us. So we came and we're delivering today.
So the first thing we're gonna talk about really quick is CC Unit's number 220. That was the catch. If you were on last night's live, we were watching it. Turns out the pred did not get arrested, and CC Unit was a little upset. Let's go ahead and play this.
I think we were all super upset.
I think this is the one. Let's see here.
Okay, hold on. We're just having a slight technical difficulty. Okay, roll that back.
So he said he was really upset because the cops escorted the pred to the car.
And the issue is that he wanted to get the pred's license plate, and he wasn't even able to because the police were like protecting this guy so much. And CC Unit's point of view, I think like all of our point of view, was why the fuck are they protecting this pred's identity? Why are they protecting this guy? Why don't they want him exposed? So yeah, he was super upset. Very valid reason to be upset. The good news, I was reading on his Instagram today, is that he actually went and met with detectives and some criminal analysis, not about this last catch, but regarding catch 218. So I think like 2 days ago. So he got to meet with them. I think that's super awesome. It shows that we're taking a step in the right direction.
Big shout out to Seal Beach Police for taking this seriously, he says. So shout out to them.
It's just so crazy how different departments take it completely different. Some are so supportive, while others are like, get the fuck out of here.
And like, don't talk about that.
Yeah, so definitely shout out to CC Unit on
doing his thing,
calling the cops. And hey, you know what? Even if the cops don't arrest, at least he can say that he did everything he could, and he definitely did that. So shout out CC Unit.
The other thing we saw was PvP had his 30th catch last night. He wasn't happy about it. He did expose him. However, the police, unfortunately, did not arrest him, and they found crystal meth and a pipe after he spoke about smoking with a 14-year-old decoy.
Yeah, you guys, this is crazy to me. Like, the fact that the police found a meth pipe on him, and the police were shown text messages of the predator speaking to the decoy saying, oh, let's go smoke meth together, let's have sex, all of this stuff, and they literally did not arrest. So definitely super
Shameful.
Disappointing. I'm trying to remember what county it was. I honestly can't, but we'll link all the
somewhere in
information.
California. But I wanted to kind of lead into Prop 47 that California has. It says on November 14th, 2014, California voters passed this law, and it changes certain low-level crimes such as like theft, I think, and burglary and drugs that were felonies before, and now they're misdemeanors. So I think that's kind of what's going on with them finding the meth. It's almost like they only just give them a ticket now, instead of taking them in.
And to me, that's just so crazy. I mean, if you pull someone over and say they have weed or something, definitely, confiscate it, do whatever you got to do. But the fact that this guy was talking about doing meth with a 13 or 14-year-old, and there's evidence of that, and it wasn't just talk, like the pred literally showed up with the items in hand.
That should be like a closed case.
Right, absolutely.
On the other side of the Prop 47, it says that the savings reduce incarceration costs, and they'll be invested into drug and mental health treatment programs for at-risk kids. But honestly, I know there's a huge topic about mental health, and I know that we probably haven't opened up a lot of doors for that kind of thing. So where's this money from Prop 47? Yeah.
I mean, we personally, Cup and I, we live in California, and I'm honestly embarrassed to say that before we were going over all of this information, I didn't know much about this, and it's really sad that they don't make it, if they're going to say, hey, this is what we're doing with your money, this is where we're invested it into, okay, well, show us what you're doing with it. And that's just not the case. So...
And then the other thing that was brought up, I just read it somewhere, was that California's pro pedophilia. And we did a little...
I'm sorry, it's so fucking sickening. That's crazy to me.
So we did a little digging, and the bill is SB 145, and it doesn't legalize pedophilia. What it does is it gives the judge kind of a little bit of more leeway as to whether or not an offender should be placed on the sex offender registry. And I think it's more reserved for cases where the person might have been 18 and he was with a 16-year-old.
Right.
The judge has a little more, role in deciding whether or not...
I don't know. I'm interested to see what you guys who are watching, what's your opinion on this? I think it's bullshit. I think just seeing legalize and pedophilia in the same sentence is so sickening. Yeah. And it almost makes me feel like we're going in the opposite direction of where we need to be going.
It says, let's see. Under current law, judges can make that decision in cases of voluntary but illegal vaginal sex with a minor age 14 to 17, an adult within the 10 years of the minor.
Okay, got it. So they're saying like
if they're dating.
If I'm 15 years old and my boyfriend is 19 years old, they're saying that this guy should not be put on the sex offender list. And yeah,
well, not that he shouldn't be. It's up to the judge. So it kind of you obviously have to take in the factors of what this dude's doing. Is he a outstanding citizen in our community, or does he have a whole rap sheet?
Did they start dating in high school when
so there's
he was
a lot of
15
factors.
And she was 12? I mean, either way, it's not good. But so that's definitely in the news. I definitely want to hear your guys' opinion on that.
Yeah, what do you guys think about this? We're not like trying to get super political in this.
No, not at all.
News area, but it is something we need to talk about because it kind of, goes hand in hand with the community. So the next thing we got here is Tommy and Alex. We've been seeing a lot of things going back and forth about whether or not the peace treaty that they had was sincere.
Yeah, and really quick, I do want to just interrupt you. So our channel, Cup and I contemplated like for 2 days about even bringing this to our channel. Our channel is not about drama. We are not going to touch on drama. That's just not what we want our channel to be based off of because it's all hearsay or whatever. But this is a really big topic in the community. And in
Yeah.
my opinion, it is a positive thing that's happening in the community. It's not
Definitely.
being someone slandered or whatever. So in my personal opinion, I know for a fact Tommy did not know that Alex was showing up. Alex showed up. I don't know about you guys. I was at work and I had to step outside because I was like, what am I about to see? Like, I was really
Right, yeah.
nervous. I personally think that Alex handled it really, really nicely.
Same.
I think he handled it like a man. I was really worried because Tommy's child was there, and I just didn't want any foul
Right.
or
That'd be-
ill,
yeah.
you know, after everything we've seen. But I think both of them handled it incredible.
And I'd say looking from the outside in, it looked like it was pretty sincere.
Right. A lot of people were reaching out just because they have whether side you're on, not that there should be sides, but they were saying like, oh, it just doesn't seem sincere. Cup and I were talking about this and we were saying, I don't know if you guys have ever played basketball, but Alex is a really big guy,
Right.
and if he wanted to fuck Tommy up without
could've-
actually fucking like looking like the asshole, he could have pushed him to the ground during playing. He could have like slapped that ball
backed
into
him
his
super
face.
hard.
Yeah, and none of that was done. As a matter of fact, Tommy actually started feeling sick like midway through, and Alex went and like checked on him and like rubbed his back and was super nice. So in my eyes, I really, really hope that this is a step in the right direction, and I hope that we can all just be super positive and cheer both of them on, because at the end of the day, they're both doing great things.
And this is what Alex had to say. I asked him in the chat. I said, you know, is it good?
Right. Was it
between
just
you
for
guys?
views, or do you honestly feel like you're moving
And
on?
this is what he said.
Alex, is the drama really over with CPP and Tommy? Yeah, we signed a peace treaty, but we'll see what happens. You know?
So, I mean, we'll see
we're
what
gonna-
happens, I guess. I don't know what that means. It's open to interpretation, but it seems like it's pretty much done. And this is what Tommy had to say about the situation going on actually about the same time.
He should have confronted you online. I have no thoughts on it. No thoughts on it. Yesterday went well.
Mm-hmm.
It went really good, and I gained a lot of respect on him. I found out that he's a lot better basketball player than I am.
Mm-hmm.
With no shoes. which
Yeah, he was
I
playing
know,
in
he
socks.
I
was
found
out
out
there
I
just
still
playing
wasn't
in
a good
socks.
basketball player, so we learned a lot yesterday. But yeah, no. Yesterday went smooth.
So there you have it.
So there you have it. Again, thank you. Shout out to both of them for being
Yeah.
grown adults. And again, Tommy's son was there. He's a 14-year-old kid. And I think that this went as a great lesson for him that
Mm-hmm.
no matter how ugly things get, you can still put on your big boy pants,
Yeah.
play a game of basketball, and move on.
And then one thing I just wanted to throw in, this is, we were going to mention it on the first story that we had, but LC is in DC right now doing some fishing with Shafiq from PredHeads Catchers, Pennsylvania. So it looks like
Super
they're doing a
dope.
little collab. That'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see.
That's
I think this is the
awesome.
first time for both of them, so that's super dope. Good luck out there.
Yeah, good luck out
Don't
there.
know
I hope you
anything
get
really
that.
about DC, so
Catch a lot of fish.
oh.
Oopsie.
So the next thing we got is EYLP, expose your local predator.
Yeah, guys. So I actually found EYLP like maybe a year ago, probably when all of you guys, if you guys have not seen him, I think he's a really awesome guy.
Yeah,
I also love his little logo.
super dope.
But something he just started doing, this was posted, I think like a week or two, but he started doing Survivor stories, and I personally love it. I think it's awesome. Going and catching these pedophiles is a whole different story than, hearing the stories of the people that had to be abused by these
Right.
men and women for so many years. So I love it. Go check it out. I listened to it, and it was really, really good.
Let's see here. Okay, pretty good. So let's see what we got next.
Also, I did want to touch on something going back to the Alex and Tommy drama. Again, we really want to stay off of either side. I can say if I ever saw a mockery channel or a channel that made fun of another YouTuber here on YouTube, I would let it be known to the community. Right now, there is a channel out there that is doing a lot of bad for the community, a lot of slander. If you know, you know. And I just want to say, you guys could edit our podcast and make us sound like we're saying some really shitty things. So just remember, you can edit anything.
The power
and
of
make
editing.
Exactly.
And that we'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
The next thing we got here is PP Southeast Texas posted this video. Pretty interesting, a behind the scenes look at what being a catcher with YouTube is really like. And we're going to kind of play a little bit here.
Really going on behind the scenes with this channel in particular. I'm not talking about any other channel. I'm not talking about PP this or PP that. I'm talking about PP Southeast Texas right here. So
there we go.
For anybody that's ever said this channel's money hungry or any of that, I'm going to show you guys what's really going on. And this is, you know, this is my channel here, my YouTube studio. So, I mean, it's just getting really tough. When you see these limited signs for these videos, that means that YouTube is not
this is so unfortunate.
Demonetizing it, I guess you could say, but you're not really. The only revenue made from these videos is YouTube. Let me read it again. YouTube Premium Membership. So I think what that means, I could be wrong on this, but I think what that means is basically the only revenue this channel gets is if somebody decides to
become a member.
Become a member. And that's why I see a lot of channels promoting the members. Right. And if you do like one of those channels, it's definitely good to spend the money if you can. We're not
to support
saying
them.
That you have to, but it is good if you can support them to shoot them that, because right now I think YouTube's trying to crack down on this kind of vigilante thing.
100%.
And I'm not saying, I'm saying that in quotes because that's kind of how everyone else seems to perceive it.
I mean, yeah, the proof is right here. You know, it takes so much work to decoy, then go catch these guys, then go edit it, and then go, you know, expose it to the world. And YouTube, they're definitely silencing them because, I mean, if they were posting videos on how to dye your hair pink or do, like, you know, some crazy tech channel or something, they're automatically like having ad and just making so much from every 30 seconds watched per ad, where the Predator community is really only being able to make their money through membership. So even if you can't become a member, definitely make sure to, if you can donate through Cash App or PayPal or whatever they have set up, just try to, you know, support them. And if you can't donate, I know just from a lot of them, lives. Just show up and, you know, comment and show your support.
Exactly. That's the biggest thing. So the next thing we're going to talk about, this is kind of what the main thing we were kind of having this whole thing. First of all, shout out to everyone over at Discord. If you haven't joined our Discord, this whole podcast is kind of going to be a community driven effort. So
100%.
Any news that comes up that you hear that you think we should cover, let us know. It'll be in the links down in the description.
Yeah, guys. So I've been plotting and scheming. I've been doing a lot of plotting on like what can we bring to this community, not just like with news, but like how can we really dive deeper. So I was on there this morning and I was talking to some of the big decoys in this community. So we really want to do a segment on decoying and the do's and don'ts of decoying, especially because there's a lot of people that are getting into decoying and they may not know.
And you were a decoy.
I was. So one of the things that the decoys told me is never, ever send photos, like nudes.
And why is that?
So basically, even if you are using Face app, if they think that you're 14, and again, I want to go into this later on more because I'm not 100% certain, but it's still considered child porn. If they think that you are 13, it's still considered CP.
Right. So that kind of took us down
a rabbit hole, if you will.
And we discovered this. We're going to play it for you. It's pretty interesting.
So you guys, go ahead and roll
we're
this,
just
and then
roll
we're going
this
to go
and we'll
into it deeper.
Yeah.
My name is Sweetie. I'm 10 years old. I live in the Philippines. Every day, I had to sit in front of the webcam and talk to men.
When she logs online to internet chat rooms, Sweetie is bombarded by requests.
The men ask me to take off my clothes. They undress.
Men from all over the world, 3, 4, 5 times her age, ask her to perform sexual acts in front of her webcam.
As soon as I go online, they come to me. 10, 100, every hour. So many.
Fucking sick.
But Sweetie also has a secret.
But what they don't know, I'm not real.
Mic drop really quick.
Mic drop. Okay, you guys. So we really want to do a segment super deep into the dark web and what this plays on our community. We're going to continue watching this, and I'll go in and explain why I really want to do it for this community. We'll finish this, and then we'll talk more.
Volume low, we'll turn it up for you.
I'm a computer model made piece by piece to track down these men who do this.
She's the creation of Dutch NGO Ted is On. They use her avatar to pose on internet chat rooms, baiting men who go online to prey on young children. In 10 weeks, the charity says some 20,000 men contacted Sweetie, with 1,000 offering her money for explicit acts. A number the charity's director says illustrates the demand.
With the extension of the internet, with the decreasing prices of the internet, it will get more and more accessible, not just for the western part of this globe, but also for the developing world, which means that there will be more victims, there will be more children exposed to this phenomenon.
The charity has launched a campaign to end so-called webcam tourism, where men go online to pay children from developing countries to perform sex acts.
We have shifted our attention to the demand side. If nothing is being done about the source of the problem, this phenomenon will only increase even further.
100%.
The charity has given the identities of the 1,000 men who offered Sweetie money to authorities.
1,000. Wow.
While Sweetie's true identity is now known, it's hoped she'll act as a deterrent. The project serving as a warning to predators that they can also become prey.
Wow.
Okay, guys, so we really want to go a lot deeper. So as what I was explaining to Cup earlier is I feel like a lot of the predators out there, I totally believe that they are on the dark web.
Yeah.
I 100% think. So can you pull up the graph of the dark web?
So yeah, let me just start by saying the dark web. We're gonna do a deep dive, but I wanted to kind of give the basics of it.
Thank you.
So the ARPANET was created in the 60s, and it was like a project, I guess.
ARPANET is the dark web, right?
So ARPA Web, it was just a project that they were working on to share things.
The government.
Correct. Okay. And it was kind of a government-funded thing with DARPA and a couple others internationally as well. But in the 90s, it was formally decommissioned after partnerships with the telecommunication and computer industry had assured private sector expansion and future commercialization of the expanded worldwide network, which we know as the internet.
Right, we know now. Yeah, right.
So ARPANET turned into the internet, but there's still more of the internet that we don't see. Right.
So you guys, this is, if you have never really taken a deep dive into this, it's actually frightening. So if you look at this graph, the iceberg, if you will, the clear web, if you can use your mouse. So pretty much where we're at in the pred community,
we're right here.
We're literally like up in the clouds, right? So,
and then underneath here, you have the deep web, which is non-index pages. So they're pages that you can't just find easily, like typing into Google. You have to like pretty much
think of the dark web kind of as an onion, right? So we are on the very outer layer, the outmost layer. It is like so what's the word I'm looking for? Like
mainstream.
It's so mainstream and so protected and corporate, right? So everything below where we're at is considered the dark web. And a lot of people, including myself, before I started looking into this earlier, you can find some really, really dark stuff on the dark web. Is what kind of catapulted me into this is a YouTuber who was actually doing some video where he was on the dark web, just showing people like, oh, look what you can find. You know, there's drugs out there. There's, I mean, hitman. I mean, there's crazy, crazy stuff.
If you just look, there's people that have a whole bunch of like, you know, stories online of people finding a hitman or finding someone to buy a gun or whatever. Pretty much
sell
anything.
Illegal stuff. I mean, you can use everything, and you buy it with cryptocurrency.
Well, yeah, I wanted to make the distinction between cryptocurrency and the dark web. They kind of get meshed together.
Right.
And that's because there is no currency on the dark web.
Right.
And with cryptocurrency, it's kind of anonymous in a sense, so that you could purchase these illicit things on there without being tracked.
Right. And
but
so
crypto's
I know,
good.
Right. Crypto's great. We love it. Go check your Robinhood. I know the stocks are up today, so definitely go take a peek. So I know you guys are probably like, okay, we're supposed to be Pred News. Like, where the hell does this come into what we're doing as a community? So everything below where it says deep web, I was like, I wonder how much of it is CP. And more than 90%, you guys, more than 90% is filled with CP. Yeah. And I'm not going to say the word. I think I already did, so shame on me. But this is, I think that the predators that are out there, this is, the dark web is kind of like the seed. And then once the seed grows, that's kind of when we go in and we pick them out and we find them. But this is just another reason. And again, we want to go way deeper into this. And I really want to have someone on that has been on the dark web, and because they've seen this personally. There are millions and millions and millions of dollars being spent on CP on the dark web.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, we want to dive deeper into that. That's just why it's so important that the cops are called, because if you think that this person may just have CP on their phone from the photos you sent them, like, I think it gets way, way darker. I mean, videos of young children are literally being sold for like $300 and they're selling big time.
I'm going to play this clip really quick. What is the dark web? Just to kind of give you guys a little intro.
In August 2019, a Canadian man, Benjamin Faulkner, and his American accomplice, Patrick Faulty, were sentenced to 35 years in prison for running one of the largest child sexual abuse sites on the dark web. The site was called Child's Play. And their arrest and conviction was the result of a coordinated international effort by law enforcement agencies to infiltrate the site,
really
identify its
fucking
members,
deep,
and shut it down. But maybe the most interesting detail of this whole operation was just how common it's become. Police and government agencies.
Right, that's kind of what we were saying. It's like now it's becoming more accessible.
Well, that's the thing, is like the dark web only used to be accessible to people in the government, and now, even though it's technically illegal, a lot of people can easily gain access to it. And the thing with the dark web is that it makes it to where you can't track your VPN, and you can't track anything about you. So people who don't want to seem like they're doing bad things are able to do really bad things.
And I just want to say, like, even though you can do that, just, you know, the government does see all this
100%,
too. So
100%.
that's how they're able to get these guys. And they actually shut down one of the biggest, you know, drug selling websites on the dark web, because it was a honeypot, if you will.
Yeah, no, the police and the government, and you'll see in this, they're definitely like infiltrating, and they have been.
I mean, it was
years.
created by the government.
Right. Well, that's the craziest part, is it was created by the government. But the thing is that I think these pedophiles, they're not smart, but they will go to any extent that they can. And so all of us as viewers, we think, oh, well, they're only, you know, maybe having it in their photo album, or, you know, they may be in a little ring on Facebook or Instagram. But you guys, this gets so much deeper and darker, and just, it's scary. So I feel like this is really like the seed that we need to start at. And I know that's a big task, but if you guys are interested in seeing a way, maybe like a series on this and interviews, definitely let us know, because I think it's a really, really interesting topic.
Take down illicit dark websites like this every year. And it's not just child abuse sites. There's weapons, drugs, even hitmen. And these are all for sale on the dark web. But what is the dark web? And how does it work?
And really quick, I'm not like advocating everyone go out and try to figure out how to get on the dark
Oh,
web.
hell
If
no,
you
no,
haven't
no,
or
no.
don't know about the dark web, other than what we're telling you, I'd just leave it alone.
Yeah, no, we just wanted to bring awareness.
The top of the pyramid, the smallest part, is about 4 to 10% of the web. This is called the surface web.
That's where we're at.
Basically, it's the part of the web you can Google.
That's where YouTube is.
Visible, it's indexed by search engines, and it's what most of us think of when we think of the internet. But the clear net is just a small fraction of the information stored online. Below the clear net is the deep web.
It's honestly really fucking scary.
How big? Well, some estimates suggest it could be 400 to 500 times bigger than the
Bigger
surface web.
You
than
guys.
the internet
Deep
that we
web
have.
is
Right.
composed
Think
of
about that
Bigger,
for a second.
bigger.
500 times bigger than the internet that we have. You think you can search anything you want right now?
And when you do, if you say like woman chops off her hair, if you type that into Google, there's literally like 500,000 pages to
Right.
go through. And that's literally like a sliver of freaking, that's like a little pebble of sand
Right,
in
in
the
this big-
spectrum of what's actually going on.
The
And
deep web.
90% of it is CP. That's today's episode. 90% of it is CP.
You'll hear more here.
Our Dropbox and Google Drive accounts, bank and medical records under password, and the content stored behind membership paywalls like Netflix and Spotify. This stuff doesn't come up in public search results, but we still interact with it. It's private, but it's not especially dark. The ClearNet and the deep web have this in common. Your online activity is traceable. Wherever you go, it can be linked back to your
Right.
IP address. You can think of your IP address as a license plate for your computer. It follows you everywhere. In fact, you need it just to send and receive information over the web. So if someone knows your IP address and they know what they're doing, they can track down which websites you visit and where in the world you're logging in from. Unless you go a little deeper, all the way down to the dark web. Now, the dark web is really just a subsection of the deep web, the part of the web you can't access with public searches.
Right.
The main difference is that it's
Right.
completely unreachable using conventional web browsers.
Right. So if you wanted to find this on Google, good luck. You're not going to get there.
No. Yeah, no, you need very special like software and stuff to get here. So even if you guys wanted to like, oh, I'm gonna go be a warrior
Let me
and try
look-
to
let
figure
me
this out,
Google-
believe
yeah.
me, you can't do it easily. And we 100% advise you not to because it's very
you
illegal.
you might open some things you don't want to see.
Yeah, and really quick, is how I got started on all this is I was watching a video of a guy who went on there just to do things with his friends, and he ended up coming across this huge CP ring. And it's
Crazy.
bad. It's really, really
You
bad.
can't stumble onto one of them using a standard web browser like Chrome. To find a dark website, you need a special browser. The most popular is called Tor, T-O-R. It stands for the Onion Router. Now, explaining how Tor works can get a bit technical, but the big picture is this. It makes all your web activity completely anonymous by making your IP address untraceable.
So that's where these
The reason
preds
it's
feel
called the
super
Onion
safe
Router-
because
Right.
they're anonymous. You know, they
Right.
can't be tracked, unlike Facebook and Instagram. They're able to just be anonymous.
Ultimately, the dark web isn't so much a place as it is a way of navigating invisibly through the deep web. So when we hear about a child abuse site being taken down, where's it actually hosted? Where's the content being stored?
That's what we need to
Be
find
anywhere.
out.
It could be on a
Well,
rented
they are
server,
figuring it out.
Philippines,
That's
or
the
on
that's
a
the good
laptop.
news of this story
Any
is they're
computer or
figuring it out,
server
guys.
connected to the internet can be configured with these anonymous routing protocols. So why does Tor continue to exist if it provides such a haven for criminal activity? Well, there's actually
Tell
some
us.
pretty good reasons. This is Einar Stangvik. He's a white hat hacker and he works for the Norwegian newspaper VG. Einar's got some pretty solid skills. Actually, that's an understatement. Einar managed to hack his way into Child's Play, the forum Benjamin Faulkner was running.
Huge shout
He
out to this
uncovered the
guy. This
forum's
guy
IP
is
address.
literally
Tor
like
can be used
the god of
by anyone
our
from
world.
a journalist who's working within a government with excessive surveillance to someone who wants to
Big
blow
Brother's
the whistle,
watching,
securely,
guys.
anonymously.
Oh, yeah.
And also by people who want to avoid trackers, advertisers, and others that would otherwise monitor their traffic. So you could say that the legitimate use comes at a cost. So I think you would be better off trying to battle the specific uses
Right.
that are illegal.
It's gonna
and-
continue.
And to battle the specific users.
right,
than to attack the technology.
So there are some legitimate reasons to maintain a global anonymous online network. The question is, do they outweigh the negatives? And if not, who should we rely on to keep the darkness off the dark web?
Right.
That mantle has been taken up on occasion by vigilante hacktivist
Listen
groups
to this
like
part,
Anonymous.
guys.
This is
Anonymous has
important.
taken down child abuse sites on the dark web by locating and attacking the servers where they're hosted. But
We love
these events
Anon.
are few and far between, and they can actually undermine the efforts of law enforcement operations. What's proved most effective are specialized police units coordinating across borders and regional jurisdictions to identify,
So they're
infiltrate,
working.
and
They're definitely
dismantle
working.
large criminal enterprises on the dark web. Because these criminal networks almost always span across borders, a special law enforcement alliance called the Virtual Global Taskforce now exists to coordinate online child abuse operations between dozens of
Bookmark
countries.
this website, you
Right.
guys.
All the
including the
catchers
USA.
watching, look into
And
that.
although the bad guys continue to employ ever smarter tactics to hide their identities and activity, the good guys are always finding ways to outsmart them. Recently, the investigative division of the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, announced the takedown of a major child abuse site, along with the arrest of its Korean administrator and dozens of members around the world. They were able to do this by de-anonymizing transactions of the cryptocurrency Bitcoin, something that
We
was
love
once
Bitcoin.
impossible. So, is the dark web worth keeping? Well, in the end, it's not really up to us. Because of its distributed nature, the dark web can't really be destroyed.
It'll be here forever.
As a society, if we want to preserve the benefits of an anonymous information network, then we also have a responsibility to update our laws and provide police with the resources they need to fight criminals where they hide, and hopefully prevent the bad actors from overwhelming the good.
And that kind of goes into maybe we were
It's-
talking about how the police should train some of these catching groups,
100%.
right? And get them to do some of the work for the police.
Because again, the police do not have the time, and I actually found out in the organization that I just said bookmark, you guys. I didn't even know they existed. So again, I just kind of took a deep dive into this today, but I think it's super interesting, and I think all of the predator catchers out there should really be looking into this. And again, it's why it's just so important that even if we don't get arrested when we call the police, you don't know if this guy is like one of the big ringleaders or woman, a big ringleader
Right.
on the dark web.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, that goes back to calling the police. If you're making a catch, call the police, because it could be a lot deeper than you actually think. Deeper as in the deep web. And just so we all know, it's a Virtual Global Task Force. They're the ones kind of heading this
combat. Yeah, they're taking on the online sexual abuse. So yeah, let us know what you guys think about
if you guys
this
want to go
topic.
deeper into this.
And again, if we did like a segment on this, it wouldn't really be like us showing that. We just wanted to give you like an entry level into this, but I would definitely try to get someone who has firsthand been on the dark web and seen it for their own eyes, and just to let us know. I think it's an interesting topic, and again, it's
Definitely.
the seed that sprouts up predators.
Right. Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Let's see here. Okay, so the next thing we got here on the Colado Ped Patrol Reddit, if you haven't been there yet, definitely check it out. People are always posting good stuff, new stories.
And it's not just about Colado Ped Patrol. I mean,
It's
articles of every walk of life get posted here. So it's a really, really good.
And just to give you an idea, there's an all catchers thread here that has pretty much every catcher that I could think of listed. I try to add new catchers as they come along too.
Yes.
So if someone's not listed on there, drop it in the comments. I'll add it in the post. That way someone can find that catcher that you like. But I stumbled upon this. Well, here's the peace treaty.
The peace treaty.
From yesterday.
1919.
It says the signing of the Treaty of Versailles in 1919 at the end of World War I colorized.
Honestly, again,
pretty
huge
good.
shout out to both of them for being men.
Yeah. So what I came across, though, was this grooming process. I want to take you guys over there and take a look. It's pretty interesting. Shout out to Justin Payne. You guys all know Justin Payne. I'm sure that one of the OGs
One of the
up there in Canada,
OGs, yeah.
our border brother.
Border brother.
But he's been doing a lot of good, informative kind of segments on his channel. We'll link it in description for you guys, but this is a good one I wanted to play, and I'm hoping to get him on sometime for a little interview to see, his process in this and kind of dive a little deeper.
Yeah, he's been doing this for so many years, and he has so much good information and insight. And so he's trying to take all of the knowledge that he's really worked to get the past several years, and he's starting to put out like these documentaries and really informative segments.
Let's
as
take a
you
look.
see here.
Let's rewind this here.
Google defines child grooming as befriending and establishing an emotional connection with the child, and sometimes the family. This is for the purpose of lowering the child's inhibitions with the objective of sexual abuse. As reported on Child Help Statistics and Facts, it's been reported that every year more than 3.6 million referrals are made to child protection agencies involving children. More than 6.6 million children. A referral can include multiple children.
So fucking
How do
sad.
predators operate? First, a predator will identify a possible victim. They choose children because they are curious and impressionable. Children need constant established attention and are easy to manipulate.
Yep.
This makes them easy targets for predators. Children that are unloved or come from broken homes are seen as easy targets as well to predators. During a predator's sinister grooming strategy, they will collect information intended to assist them in obtaining their desires.
Really quick, he made a good point for all you catchers out there and decoys. They come from broken homes.
Right.
You know, if you're going
right.
to decoy, maybe throw that in there
Mm-hmm.
because, yeah, it is something that they target vulnerable kind of kids
Right.
who don't have good home
'Cause
structure.
let's be real. I mean, if you have...
It all goes back to the home.
Exactly. If you have parents that are super checking your phone, going through your stuff, they know what's going on in your life. They know who you're around. They trust who you're around. This generally does not happen as much to them. So
because people are keeping an eye on them.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All information gathered is used to exploit the child at a later date. For example, getting to know the child's likes and dislikes, as well as getting the trust of the
It's
parents or
just so
guardians.
sad.
Right.
Information such as how the child responds to attention and praise, listening to the child's likes and dislikes or problems that they may be facing. They also take note of the child's interactions with others, such as adults and children.
They're literally adult stalkers.
This can be considered as a
Right.
form of risk assessment to the predator. They may use this knowledge to see if the child may possibly tell somebody. A predator may establish if there's a void in the child's life. For example, a child that does not get enough love or attention or support. A predator may use this to their advantage, offering infinite love and support to the child, and whatever the
right.
child needs or wants, the predator will provide. Some predators will even start an ongoing relationship with the parent to gain access to the child. The more established the predator is in the child's life, the more vulnerable this will leave the child. By this point, the predator may offer secret gifts not known to the parent or the guardian's knowledge. Gestures
Right,
like this
this
are
is
used
just
to
our
further the
little
trust and
secret,
lower the
right?
inhibitions of the child. At such time, the predator may be more hands-on. For example, placing their hand on the child's shoulder or legs or hair, or even brushing up against their private parts. Predators are known to do accidental touching. This is the progression throughout the grooming process that they will initiate in order to cause shame and blame.
So, yeah,
and
it's-
manipulation
I mean-
on the
Really interesting. Definitely go check out his channel because he's putting out this. He's going to start doing series. We would love to get him on here.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to hear what he is seeing in the game, and we really respect what he's doing. And I also, obviously, these catches are so informative and they teach us so much. But it's really cool to see a predator catcher, kind of
diving into this side of things.
exactly.
So, shout out to Justin Payne. Next thing we got here on the list. So we're gonna be trying to let you guys know what new catches are out, what has been posted. So
It's hard to keep up with all of them.
it is, and we're gonna kind of go through a list that we put together. If you are a catcher and you have a new one coming out or a premiere, definitely let us know so we can get it on our list. We're gonna link everything that we talk about tonight in the description, and we'll put timestamps so you guys can find it.
Break it down nice and easy.
Exactly. So the first one we got is 68-year-old grandfather busted. It's a PP Southeast Texas.
Ugh. 68. Oh my God.
And I guess he was busted in front of his family. Let's see
Oh,
here.
love that. Oh my God.
I haven't seen pretty good. So go check that out. The next
Yeah,
one we got
that's
here,
crazy.
female predator and husband caught from Ya-Boy-JDQ.
You guys, this is so rare that a female, I mean, I know it 100% happens. A lot of the female predators are like teachers and, you know, people like that. But it's super rare that we get to see a female predator being caught before our eyes. So I thought that this was really
This one is locked behind a membership, though. So if you don't have a membership, you won't be able to see the whole thing. You can at least catch the preview. But like we were saying earlier, if you do enjoy the content, definitely go sub and become a member there. The next one that was posted is a re-upload from Omaha Creep Catchers.
The
Sometimes
butthole creep?
Yeah, the butthole creep Eric. Sometimes they have to take these down.
Huh? You know what this is? Let's come up here and talk out of the traffic.
Go up there and talk, bud.
Look, at he's probably like thinking he's texting the minor, and he's like, "What are you talking about? What? I just got off work."
Pretty much.
Are you guys with the law? No, but if you run.
So it's a re-upload, but definitely go show some love to that because the first one I'm guessing got taken down.
Yeah, huge shout out to Omaha Creep Catcher.
Yeah, they're doing some good things.
Making moves.
Good quality camera too. I like to see that. The next one we got here is PP Toronto catching most ridiculous creep. This also is a preview. The full video is on Patreon. And that's, you know, if you don't know what Patreon is, it's like a paid subscription kind of deal.
If you can't do that, though, this video is like 15 minutes long, and I'm pretty sure that they highlight all the most important parts because they know not everyone can pay. So you'll be able to get the gist of the whole catch. And
we got our boy Justin Payne on here. They do a lot. Also, while I'm on the topic of PP Toronto, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but I think he has a new channel now. It only has 16,000 subs. His extra channel has like 150,000. So definitely, if you haven't resubbed to PP Toronto's main channel, we're going to drop it down there below. The next thing we got here is Detroit, not Metro State. I almost said Metro State. Metro Detroit Predator Patrol. It's a live catch. I'm going to go through a couple lives that we 100%. Did. So this was a live yesterday. Go check this one out. Definitely.
Yeah, guys, it's so hard when you're, when you find a predator. Sometimes it just comes in the algorithm.
I'm just going to let you know right now, I know what you're here to do. If you don't want to have a chat with me, you can have a chat with me.
What do you mean? I was just here to get some Advil.
Do you want to have a chat in private somewhere about what you're here to do?
Getting Midol.
Yes, sir. Okay, let's go. Come on.
I can just take all the NyQuil. Just take it all.
Me and you will chat right over here.
He's going to need to sleep a long time after this.
He's going to need a couple bottles of the NyQuil.
I know. Sorry, guys. I brought up Jeremy.
All right, Brad. Where are you from? Sorry, can we redo this? What do you mean redo? Redo what?
Redo it? Oh, shit. Hold on. Yeah. Can you walk down the aisle really quick and come back?
I don't like how I looked in the beginning. Do you think we can reshoot this? Do you want to go talk
in a more private spot? I mean, there's a corner over there. This is good right here? All right. So what are you here to do today at CVS?
Get some teeth whitening strips.
Just so you know, I'm not the police and I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just here to...
Also, if you are a catcher, make sure to say that you're not the police.
Yes.
Don't act like the police. Make it be known.
That can harm your case.
Yeah,
they can use that against you.
Yeah, and you could actually be maybe liable on something, by holding
you don't want to
someone
be like
against their will.
impersonating a cop. Even though you're not whatsoever, they can definitely hold that against you in court. So just throw it out there.
Or, you just don't want to falsely imprison somebody and take away their constitutional rights. So keep that in mind. Definitely say that as soon as you catch them, because that seems like a big deal.
Have a simple conversation with you, okay? So I'm just trying to figure out, what are you here to do today?
Just going shopping.
Oh,
I was just going shopping. I needed new deodorant.
You want to try and be honest? So what were you really here to do today?
Yikes.
All right, bud, you're done. Go check that video out. That looks like it's going to be a doozy.
Yep.
The next live we have is from PCM.
Damn, look at this banner.
This is the whole Samuel thing, and I haven't really been following too closely on it. I know that this is like a really worked up. Everyone wants to see Sam get caught, I guess. And
I need to definitely watch this.
This is a little call to Samuel.
I wish I could sniff you.
Ew, what the fuck?
I know, like, wow.
Sniff you?
I wish you could wipe your foot cheeks on my face.
They've been talking to him for a really long time, I guess.
Oh my god.
I'm sure everyone in the comments knows the Samuel catch.
Are you a model specialist?
Yeah.
Really good decoy though.
Yeah,
The voice.
That's his girl, right?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to jump on that, but
Right.
I know they're closely
Don't want to put out any false
working
news.
together.
Oh.
I'd like to get them on though sometime.
Yeah. Samuel.
Yeah, if you lived in Indiana, your name would be Jim Bob.
Choba. It's almost like the Samuel thing has become like a little meme in the community.
Okay.
Because I guess everyone just really wants to.
Yeah, I
catch
think
this sicko.
especially I love when the Predators catchers, they go on live and they give us, like they build up the catches. That way when we go to see the live, we like know who this pred is. So
Right.
I think they've been doing that a lot with this
And it's
guy.
good,
And
it's
everyone
good.
is super excited to see this guy get fucking caught.
The next thing we got here is LC coming in. We kind of briefly touched on it, but he's in DC right now. This was a live catch. It doesn't look like it's a super long video. I don't know if it was just a intro or he drove
Damn,
off.
he
Oh, it looks like
landed and he immediately just
went
kinda
to the
did his
hotel.
business.
And this is all. Oh, there he goes.
Why does that always happen?
Because they're scared as fuck. They know what they did. Get the license plate, turn it over.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Oh, damn, LC is just.
Damn, he's
fuck. Okay, my boy knows how to run.
for real. And this
First one of
is
the
the
day,
one he
baby.
has with Shafiq from Predator Catchers Pennsylvania. So
Okay,
definitely,
dope. And that's the first time they've ever collabed, right?
I think so. But definitely turn your notifications on for that because I'm sure they're gonna have a lot of catches coming on
100%.
over the weekend.
Yeah, that's gonna be super
I don't know
fun.
how long he's gonna be in DC, but I figure at least a couple
Notifications
days.
on.
Notification squad. And then the last segment we have here is gonna be for the premieres coming up. So tomorrow in 15 hours, you got PP Mass with Trucker Creep invites minor to his big rig truck.
Oh my!
So you already know
God.
that's gonna be a good
That's
one.
gonna be a good one.
So-
oh my God! I can't. It's just so crazy to me that these morons actually think a 13, 14, whatever age is gonna be able to go
Right,
and
get on
away
my
from
big
their
rig.
Come get on my big rig, girl.
Come on in.
Like that's just freaking crazy that he thinks that like this child is actually gonna be able to do that.
So that'll be really interesting.
So
Definitely
hope he
tune
gets
in.
arrested. Shout out PP Mass.
Shout out PP Mass. And then the next one we got here is a premiere from Colado Ped Patrol in 23 hours. It's a man comes for 14-year-old while his teens and his wife are at baseball practice. So
It's just why it's sad regardless. It's just always so much sadder when the pred is married with children and the wives
Right.
just have no idea. Like to me, I'm sorry, but like no man could ever fucking pull that shit on me. Like I would know, but it's just so crazy. Like how do they not know that they're texting a 14-year-old all day? You know, it's
crazy.
just crazy to me. So
Enough to
definitely
meet
catch
up,
that.
right.
Right. So definitely check that out. That's going to be really, really good.
And
There's
then-
already 5 people waiting.
yeah. And then the other premiere is it's not listed. I don't have it yet. Actually, let me check. There's another Colorado Ped Patrol. I didn't have it here. Let's see. Oh, yep. Here it is. It's the Sickest dude. You guys might have seen the live, the Alabama guy, Trenton.
To me, I know Tommy says the one who does he say? What's the guy who he says is the worst that they met at the gas station? What? It's the guy
Who
that
are you
was
talking about?
born with a dick and a vagina.
Oh, the hermaphrodite.
The hermaphrodite. To me, I think this guy is, they're both equal, but this guy is just so sick. I don't know if you guys remember, but this guy is into animals. He is into
Super weird.
incest. He's into infants.
yeah.
And, I don't want to blow anything else. It gets really, really graphic, though, so go check it out.
That's going to be in 2 days on Saturday at 6 p.m. And that's going to be
And
Pacific
I do want
time.
to say I had a little background conversation with Tommy, and he did edit this himself, and he said he put a lot of hard work into it. He
Shout
even has
out.
I think some of the chat logs in there.
Yeah, he
and
said it was
music,
actually
so-
supposed to premiere tonight, but he forgot to hit go. So
Yeah.
definitely go over and check that out on Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific.
And then let's see. Yeah, I think that might be
What do we have in the works coming up?
Oh, yeah. So you guys, I don't want you to forget about us because like I said, we are leaving for a few days and we've been loving this so much that I'm like, fuck it, let's just take it with us. Like, I'll just set up at the wedding and broadcast live from my brother's wedding.
Yeah.
Like, I might just do that. But if we don't do that, we will be live again for sure by Monday. Certain things that we have in the works behind the scenes. Again, we really want to bring new content that this community has not seen to add to what the community is already working towards. So in the works, I do have an interview with a detective. That's going to be really, really good.
That's going to be really good.
He's been in the scene. And as a matter of fact, he actually was abused himself. So that's going to be a really interesting interview. Definitely come support that. And we'll give all the dates in our Discord. We're also going to try to have a correctional officer on here. I think it'd be really interesting to see an inside scoop on what's happening inside of the jails.
Yeah, I kind of want to go down the line. Start with, we'll do the detective, we'll do the correctional officer, see if we can get a police, frontline policeman
100%.
on. See if we can get a lawyer on.
Yeah, we definitely want to do a lawyer because we think it would be really cool for a lawyer to come on and tell our catchers what to do and what to stay away from to make sure that they have solid cases.
And I kind of want to see what their kind of thoughts are about the whole community itself as far as the pet catching community. So that'll be interesting if we can get that scheduled soon. If anyone knows any lawyers out there, definitely hit us up.
Yeah, definitely.
We're still looking.
And then the last thing, we want to cover all aspects of everything predator related, and a big part of it is the decoying. So I'm going to get some decoys on here. I see so many people in other catchers' lives saying, oh, I've just started decoying, or I'll get people asking me what apps do you use? So we want to do a whole episode from start to finish on what to do, the do's and don'ts of decoying. So definitely check all of those out within the next week or so. We're going to be working really hard.
Yeah, I don't know next week, but coming up soon for sure.
We'll definitely have 2 of those covered. And then as far as the dark web, let us know what you guys think about that, and if you guys would be interested in us doing a segment on that. I know it's probably hit or miss. I just think it's so fascinating.
Yeah, it is.
But I know that my opinion doesn't match everyone else's, and we're here for you guys. So let us know. Definitely join our Discord, join our Reddit.
Let me give some shout outs here to everyone in chat. We got Don Diva RN, Kim, Ponce, Charm Slinky,
I love all
Chaos,
them.
Confusion and Coffee, Teddy Bear, T.O., Scamula, Mr. Peanut Butter,
Scamula,
Colado
I listened
Ped
to one of
Patrol,
your videos
Steph,
this morning. Sorry to interrupt.
Miss Megan. No, you're good. But thank you all for coming here and
Yeah, we
listening to us
appreciate
talk.
it so much. We're like 3 days in, and just the amount of support and love we've received from the community. And, we sometimes cover topics that not everyone loves, but we've still continued to have so much support. So seriously, just thank you.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram also at Pred News Now. We try to keep up to date with everything. We post all the news on our story before we go live. And then also, if you do want to join the Discord and help with this community effort as far as, getting together and doing the news and shouting us some catches and everything that's going on, because it's hard to keep up with all of the catchers.
Yeah, and if there's a topic that we have not, stated that we're going to try to work on, definitely bring it to our
give
attention.
us some ideas.
We'll cover anything you guys want to hear. We're here to talk about it. So reaction, topics, whatever it is, we'll do it.
And I think that about
With
wraps
that,
it up.
Is that it?
Thank you to all the PredHeads who joined. We will drop all the links in description below.
Give us about an hour, and then we'll get that
There's
done.
a lot of links, so you guys will be busy for a long time.
Busy to make you through the weekend.
Have a good weekend. We won't see you guys until next Monday probably. So
until
with
then,
that, we're
we
out.
love you, and bye.
Peace.